Hello gamers, welcome back to Gaming Boy Emoji. My name is Emoji, and today we're gonna get into some drawings of non-Nintendo related characters. That's right guys, I am an avid enjoyer of good old Mario and the Nintendo related gaming content I do on here. But of course growing up, I did have some different tastes in different video games from different franchises. And of course, I drew each of the characters from their different franchises. And without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with our first drawing, my boy, Tails the Fox, aka Miles Tails Prower. Of course, we all know he's from the classic good old famous Sega series Sonic the Hedgehog. His first debut was actually not on the Sega Genesis, but on the Game Gear for Sonic 2 8-bit. You guys didn't know that. They actually released it like a month apart from like the Genesis game from the Game Gear game. And of course, even though Sonic, Tails is basically Sonic's sidekick, there are some moments where he had like his own game, like in the Game Gear, like I mentioned, like Tails Adventure and Tails Sky Patrol. And there's also games where you can play with him like as by like yourself, like in Sonic 2 Genesis, Sonic 3 Knuckles, Sonic Mania. Heck, there's even like a story mode on Sonic Adventure where you can play as him. And a little bit of Sonic Adventure 2 for some parts. Now let's be honest here. If it wasn't for Tails right here, my boy Sonic would kind of not get in situations where he needs some computer smarts or some geniuses. Which, step aside, Jimmy Neutron. You weren't the first boy genius. Tails was. Now, let's swiftly move onward to our next one. Pac-Man from the Pac-Man series, aka the Nautum series. Now, of course, the premise is kind of like basic for like this game, even though it's like an arcade technically. It first started out as an arcade, but of course he had like you know the premise, just eat the Pac-Balls as Pac-Man and don't get hit by the ghost. But there's some more games I can play with beyond other than like the casual Pac-Man, like a Pac-Man part on the PS2, pretty good games, and also Pac-Man Party on the Wii. Yeah, that's also a favorite childhood game, along with the Pac-Man thing on the PS2. But also, I love this design more because it actually is from a show called Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, which the thing I love about that show is, you know, it got like his like friends, all of them kind of shaped like Pac-Man, and also they have like different berry power-ups, kind of like in Mario where it had like different power-ups, like the fire and stuff, like fire, ice, and just all powerful, like when eating the berry. Like that's honestly like a pretty cool premise. I love that show. It's honestly a 10 out of 10. Now, next, we'll be talking about the third one, Mega Man. That's right, guys. He's from the good old Capcom series. And my first introduction to him was when I played Mega Man, the demos of Mega Man 9 and 10 on the PS3. And like I said, it was like pretty good. It's kind of like one of those things that like the main objective is like is Mega Man to like defeat all the enemies and defeat the boss that you're fighting. And also when I got the full version on the Wii for Mega Man 9, I seen like different like power-ups and bosses and stuff, which I thought was pretty cool and diverse. And also, I love like the main music I loved was Jewel Man and the Tornado Man, which their musics go hard. If you got a chance, listen to them while on your free time. Now, swiftly move on to the fourth one, Boyfriend, aka Keith, from Friday Night Funkin', or FNF if you will. And this is actually an indie game, like, you know, the premise of the game, basically just like rap battling, using like the 4 arrow keys, up, down, left, right, and the battling like basically every character, because in the first lore, you know, where it talks about like getting like rap battling everyone that comes into like Boyfriend's way. So of course he uses some good old beep boop bops to like rap out, be like, hey, I got some bars, you know, and I can spit them. And hey, even the cool premise, like I love this character more, is that from like one mod, it's kind of like representing like pop culture in a way. Like, you know, there's like other video game characters, cartoon characters, and a few online memes. And it all started with this good old mod called Witty, which shout out to the makers of who made the FNF mod makers who made Witty and the FNF mod community, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have these awesome mods we have today. And when recording this, I think it's also like this third or fourth anniversary of when FNF was first made. So, we got here, the last and least, And my good old all-time favorite back in 2021, Henry Stickmin! That's right, guys. He's also the same indie character, and just like FNF, it references like pop culture items and cartoon shenanigans or gadgets from like video games, memes, or like I said, from like cartoons. And also just like FNF, like I mentioned, it's an indie game, and it has like choices like which item can use, like depending on like what game you're playing. It opens up to like different paths and have like different like endings and makes you like different results. Like the famous ones that I love like playing or reacting to was either escaping from the jail and stealing the diamond. And what I also love about Henry Stickmin as well, guys, is like he's actually one of those silent type of characters, like the ones that are rarely spoken. Now, sure, there might be a few like screams and few noises that he can make, but overall, he is silent most of the time. So that's why I do kind of gravitate towards like the silent type of characters. And that'll be all from all the drawings that I presented. Now, if you guys have also some non-Nintendo related characters that you want to share about your experiences with, comment down below, or if you have any other drawings of like non-Nintendo related characters, post them on my YouTube and tag me in them. And if you guys want to see more content of drawings of video game characters, like, comment, and subscribe. Until then, I'll come back with another banger, of course. I am out. Peace!